And okay. All right, guys, thank you for joining, and I appreciate your office bringing me here in gosh, with 5 to 10 degree weather. I'm sure you guys are used to it, but that definitely is fireplace weather for me, and it's probably something you guys have learned to adjust. I have only seen snow twice in my entire life. So I am definitely the Florida girl. Full disclosure before we get started, in case you missed it, I'm 4 days into COVID. So if I am not 100% full of energy, I just want to apologize, but I'm not a fan of canceling. And my energy level is a little bit lower. So I appreciate you guys being here, and it was important. So that's why I'm here. So I want to give you a little bit of an overview of how we're going to start today. It could be as interactive or as not as you would like. So the purpose of this class, and let me start off by, you've probably read my bio, or you saw a flyer, or someone said, please come from your office. My name is Christina Griffin. I am the Director of Relocation, Referrals, and Institutional Organizations for Keller Williams National. I am a new segment leader. I'm going to explain to you exactly what that means. I also am on the boots on the ground selling, and I've done that for 20 plus years. I'd say I'm 6.5 level right now. So very, very small amount in my team. Our team sells about 350 homes a year, and we've done over 5,000 transactions. I'm also a MAPS coach as well. So a few different hats, and it comes with really great time blocking and focus. And I'm excited to be here and add value to you guys today. So the focus behind today's class and why I am here is to talk to you about how to grow your referrals, as well as we are going to expand into showing you a few techniques and just broadening your horizons. You may not be aware that you can actually have relationships that could create potentially hundreds of transactions. So I'm going to go over today how to properly use My Referrals on KW. We're going to go through some announcements on what is coming. We're going to go through online profiles and how to make sure they're completed, growing your database and referrals. We're also going to, as a second half, we're going to go through some proven strategies to work with investors, how to master locating properties for investors, and learn how to become a hunter and locate properties, and how one relationship could potentially result in hundreds of transactions. And we're also going to go through an update on relocation for Keller Williams. Now, that's a few different buckets. My segment does cover 3 different buckets. So we're going to do referrals and institutional organizations today. I would like to start off by if there's anything that is important to you that you feel like it would be a win, that if you walked out of this class today, it was worth your time, or something that's on your mind you want to make sure that I cover, if you guys can unmute yourself or post in the chat what you would like to make sure that I cover today. Depending on what is most important, we will either touch on institutional organizations first or referrals, but I would love for you guys to just give me a little bit of feedback on what would be a win for you if you learned today. Anything?
Hi, this is Janet. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Janet, and thank you for talking.
Hey, so I am a former California girl, and
Okay.
I would like to market to my California peeps, or to, like you said, institutional. It's like with everybody coming to Utah, a lot of people come to Utah for the tech industry. I want to make that transition really easy for them, and for them to have a great real estate agent. So
Okay.
I'd like to know how to market that way.
Okay, so how to grow from the California to the Utah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great feedback, and thank you for talking to me. And guys, like I said, this can be as interactive or as not. This is the I'd say relocation and sorry, referrals and institutional organizations kind of 101. After family reunion, we're going to have extensive details on more trainings and things that if you want to specialize in certain fields, but this is really just to give you an eye opener and give you some actionable things that you can go and do in your business. So is there anything before I move on? I'm going to go ahead and start with referrals unless you guys have a burning need to focus on the institutional organizations, but is there anything else you want to make sure that you learn today? All right. Thinking you guys haven't had your coffee yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get started then. Please feel free to post in the chat. I've got referrals, referral ideas or touches. I would like to hear more about relocation, finding investors and investment properties. Okay. All right. And thank you everyone that did turn your camera on. We'll go ahead and get started. And again, those that just joined, I'm 4 days into COVID. My energy level is not the best. I'm going to do my best to get through this and where you guys can walk away and get some good nuggets to work in your business. So thank you for being here. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start first on the KW, on my KW. So if you're at your computer, I would love you to walk through this with me. Some of you may or may not be aware of how extensive our referral network is. We truly have one of the largest referral networks in the country for companies because of all of our agents being on it. I'm going to give you some tips today that I want to make sure that you guys execute on so you can grow your referrals. So it's going to be a little bit of an exercise. I would love if anyone would be willing to volunteer that I can use their name, or I'll just pick somebody, but okay, anyone brave enough to let me look at your profiles? And
you can look at mine.
Okay, so
Jordan Larson.
Perfect. Okay. It's so much funner when we have an actual example. If not, I have to go through mine. So, all right, so here, let's go ahead and get started. So our goal here today is to show you how to grow more referrals. Now, I do have it just a simple blog and it's christinagriffin.com. The very top, there is download tips to get more referrals, and you're going to have a folder of a ton of stuff that we're not going to have fully time to go over today, but we're going to have some time to go over some nuggets that you can execute on to be able to grow your business. And first and foremost, there's a folder in there called referrals. I'm just showing you where to look at these items. In here, there's actually a list of a ton of referral companies I like to share that it's free to join, most of them, that you can, if you're not on there, you can get some really great potential referrals. My team, we get a ton with Agent Prano, Home Captain, Primo, Home Light. These are fast experts. You have to have an updated profile and follow their criteria, but they're really great sources if you're not on those. And I'm going to show you why it's important to make sure you do have some of those added to your profile. And again, I only recommend signing up to the ones that are free, but this could grow your referrals and your exposure online. So we're going to start first on the KW portal. So my KW, you should have right here on the top left, your profile should have 100%. If for some reason it does not have 100%, I want you to go step by step through the items that are missing and make sure that those are filled out. If for some reason it still will not get to 100%, there's a tech button when you open command, and I'll show you how to access that you can report it. And you'll see up here, there's also a help button that someone could, with our tech department, they can get involved to help make sure that you have that 100% profile. Now, why in the world do you need that? I'm going to show you why. I'm going to go here to command login. Okay. And I'm going to hit sign in. Now, I would love everybody to make sure that you add me to your referral network. It's a great exercise if you've never done it before. On the very left-hand side, and it is the fifth tab down after you have home, contacts, task, smart plans, and referrals. You click on referrals. Okay. And here we go. You go to grow my network. Okay. So you can search for an agent. I personally am going to go to, let's go to search map, and I'm going to go to, Jordan, are you in Salt Lake City?
I'm in Orem, Utah.
And how do you spell that?
O-R-E-M.
O-R-E-M. Okay. So we have right here, Orem, Utah. It results in 586 agents. And I am right here going to hit Jordan. And I am going to go to, works a little slow. All right, here we go. So here's his profile. So this is a good exercise. I'm in Tampa, Florida, and I'll show you how to find me as well, but I'm going to pull up his profile, and I'm going to hit this little tab right here. And I'm going to just put thank you for joining me in class today. And I'm going to hit send an invitation. So somebody asked about growing their California referrals. This is a great tactic to look at agents that are higher producing and agents that could be great referral partners for you in California. And you grow your referral network and you connect with them through this section. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on Jordan right here, because the next step that, and I don't want you guys to worry, in the referral folder that you guys have that I shared, there is a referral, how to get more referrals. And one of the first things is to make sure that your profile is fully up to date. And I have some tips around how to grow your referral, how to grow your bio, and then making sure that your profiles are up to date on all sites. So just a step by step. And hold on one second for me. All right, so here we go. Well, here's Jordan. So first and foremost, make sure that your photo is up to date. You'll see here buyer specialist, MC site admin, KW agent, region manager. So if that is accurate, then you're going to have here his email. You're going to have primary phone number. You're going to have just to make sure that those are correct. You have Facebook. So go through the steps to make sure that it actually connects to your social media profiles and that they are correct. So it looks like it's correct for him. And Jordan, what I would tell you on feedback here, it doesn't look like your website is showing. So if you do have a website, make sure to go into your profile and share your website, add your website, and then make sure here that your bio is correct.
I can do that.
And then here's the next step. So again, this is a fun exercise. For a lot of you, it's eye-opening. And why am I having you guys do this as Referrals 101? It's because as you grow referrals and you want to work referrals with more referral companies and more agents, your front-facing profiles need to be correct. So we're going to next, we're going to go here to Jordan Larson, and we're going to go to Keller Williams, and we're going to Google Jordan. So this is something that you guys would do for yourself. So he has here that he is staff with KW. So make sure that you go through these steps. And I love that your technology trainer is the one that volunteered. So that definitely shows his willingness to help you guys. And here is a greater town. So There are certain websites that your MLS syndicates to that you may or may not be aware of, but it's important that your profiles are correct. So that's why I always do where you Google yourself each and every month to make sure that those profiles are up to date. Here is his Zillow. Zillow, you have to manually add your sales. So Jordan, your picture needs to be updated. There is no bio. And you need reviews. So see why it's important to make sure to inspect. So if somebody went and looked for Jordan, and maybe you sent a letter to their home and their trusted site was Zillow, this is what they would come up with. Does this represent you, Jordan, do you feel?
Not well.
Mm-hmm. So again, very, very important that you guys do this and follow the step-by-step that I shared with you on which sites to make sure that you cover. Even look at your websites, because a lot of you aren't aware that these websites don't automatically update, and it could be the website from your prior company. So if you go to websites, you need to make sure and so this is an exercise I want each one of you to do and make sure it's fully up to date. Realtor.com is a big one that does not automatically show, and you have to actually go and add your profile on Realtor.com. And guys, keep in mind, the reason why I'm showing you to do this is because I want you to execute on referrals and get more leads organically, and people are going to go to the internet. So Jordan, you do not even have a profile on Realtor.com, it appears. So you're going to need to go and manually add that, and you need to add your sales. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of mine. So I'm going to go to Christina. All right, so here we go. Here's my Zillow profile. So you're going to see my team members. You're going to see how many solds that we've had. Now, this is one thing I want to make sure that all of you have, is that you have specialties on every single one of your websites and all of your platforms. And I'm going to explain to you why in just a minute, but you need to make sure that you show exactly what you do and what you specialize in. You can also see here that I have a ton of different social media and more than one item here. So if you do have those sites, make sure to add them on all of your front-facing platforms, including your KW. You're going to see our solds and then reviews. So it's important to make sure that all of your sites are simultaneous and all of them look the same to be able to give the client, no matter which platform they go to, the best view of who you are. Now, I'm going to just show you on growing your network, because I would love you all to add me. Go to Tampa. Okay. And then I'm going to put right here, I'm going to remove myself. Okay, now as you look for an agent, it's important that you pick an agent that's the best fit for your client. So I'm just going to add, because I am a MAPS client. Okay, I'm going to add here. So you'll see, and then say you want an agent that sells at least a home every single month. You go to close units. Okay. And see, the filters start to change. You can also add if they work military or if they are expansion, whatever that looks like for you and your current business or your current business needs for your particular client. So this is an example of my profile. Make sure your profiles are up to date. Make sure the site's correct. Make sure all your social media shows accurately and that your profile shows exactly who you are, because it needs to tell a story for that agent that's looking for you as a client. So again, when you go to grow, you just hit that little button here and then shoot me a message, and that's how you will grow in growing your referrals. Now, one thing I would like to share with you, and Misty, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. Both times I've missed where you hit grow.
Okay.
Get lost between the first page and the second page.
Perfect. Okay, so you go here to referrals on the left, and when you click on referrals, this is going to be what it looks like right here. Okay, then right here you have track referrals and you have grow my network. Are you following me on that?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's okay. And then you have, that's where you can find agents that fit your client's needs. Now, I wanted to show you a functionality that will help you on finding an agent. Say you don't have enough time to pick up the phone and call a particular agent, but you know that you have a client that maybe they are military. So you can click military. Or maybe you have a client that is going to want somebody that's experienced, and you having someone that sells one home a month is important to you. And maybe it's you want to have where they've done at least also one buy side a month as well. So that narrows it down to 49 agents. Again, based upon the criteria, you can narrow it down as much as you would like. I do have some really, really great news for you guys. I'm hoping that it'll be shortly after family reunion. We are completely relaunching the entire Keller Williams referral network. And what that means is you'll see right here, we only have a few items that you can pick when you're transferring or trying to find a referral agent. What we're going to have for future, and this is why it's important to add your specializations, is all of these specializations here, like buyer's agent, I work foreclosures, short sales, the fact we speak different languages, you're going to have that as an option because we're completely upgrading, and I apologize, all the windows open, we're completely upgrading the ability to add these items into white pages, your KW profile, and when you're finding a referral partner. Now, some of you may not use our referral applet now, but what I would tell you is, and I'm just going to give you a really great stat that we are going to actually be sharing at family reunion. In the last 12 months on referrals, hold on one second for me. So on the last 12 months, we have had, I believe it's over 100,000. I actually just got the number yesterday. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. So I think it's 100,000 referrals. It was a really high amount. I apologize. They just sent me the numbers, but we're going to have it at our booth. But there have been hundreds of thousands of referrals since inception that have gone through our app, but it's going to be even easier for you to send a referral out. But this is why it's important for you to update your profiles now. So last functionality I want to show you here is, say you have a client and you're not able to pick Spanish, you're not able to pick right now if they need someone that works with investors. You narrow it down here to how many agents based upon how you can narrow it down. Then you hit broadcast referral. Now under that broadcast referral, you can write a message. You can show or hide your identity. I always show it. If you say you have a busy day and you don't have a time for a lot of agents to reach out to you directly, you can hide your identity. You pick if it's a buyer, seller, tenant, or a landlord. You select your referral fee. You accept you do the deadline. And in that message here, you would pick, I need an agent that speaks Spanish and works with investors. And what would happen is that would broadcast to every agent that is in that 49 that we narrowed it down to. They would all receive the request for the referral. And if that fit their need and their notes, they would send a message back, and that would allow you to narrow it down to which agents you're going to interview. And it's a really amazing functionality. So, but what I want you to know is you need to have your profile fully up to date, because that profile tells a story. If you speak another language now, or you have a specialization, it's very important to put it in there. And when you grow your network, you're going to be able to see referral patterns on different areas. Like the agent that said they wanted to grow from California to this particular location, you're going to see those referral patterns. And we'll be having additional trainings for agents that would like to see how to do that at a later time. But this fundamental is so important to master. And then you're going to be able to see your network here, and you're going to be able to track your network and your referrals. I personally, we send every major holiday in the mail through send out cards. We send all of our referral partners a card. We're able to track our referrals on the progress on the referral. For referrals in general, my personal team has sent over 308 referrals. And we have transferred in the last 12 months over 195 referrals. So it's a very powerful system. You guys just have to make sure that you are represented in the best way possible. Does anyone have any questions before I move on?
I do, Christina. When you send out that broadcast, how would I know that there's something out there for me to take a look at? Does it show up with my alerts? Will it show up on the side where the referrals tab is? Do I need to always have it open?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. And I'm going to pause my share and I'm going to show you. So it is, all right. So you're going to see here, and this is all you beautiful agents that just added me to your referral network. You're going to get an email from Connect. Now, what happens is you're going to get a system email that a broadcast was sent to you. It's going to be similar. It's going to come in the email. Now, if you do not have the Command app, your amazing technology trainer here, Jordan, I'm sure can give you guys some tips on how to download that. But I would recommend you can have your app, your Command app, and then make sure, I always tell agents, make sure to check your email. It's really important. So it's just like you can see here, how I got these referral requests, the broadcast referral. If it was sent to you, you're going to receive a direct email as well. Does that make sense? Any other questions, guys, based upon what I shared with you? Again, this is 101. It may seem rudimentary to you, but I promise you, making sure that those bios are fully up to date is important. Now, I want to show you why it's important to also look at those other referral companies that I sent you. So I am just looking at Christina Griffin and Keller Williams. This is my particular profile, but you're going to see that we show up on quite a bit of sites. So from top agents rank to it's going to go into many different sites, from HomeLight to Effective Agent, different KW sites. I do have a lot of like Inman and other stuff, top best 3 agents. So when you are doing, and I will show you like HomeLight, it's a really great one to make sure that your profile's up to date. It's going to show through the top search aspects. You'll see here, I've got the way my profiles populate, it has to do a lot with the more exposure that you have on these different sites. So Effective Agent, Agent Prono, Homelight, these sites that I've shared with you here, if you have an active profile on those particular sites, it's going to truly give you more exposure to clients. It's not something I'm saying you have to have, but these top sites, like the top 10 on this particular list, they're spending a lot of money for pay-per-click, and it will drive clients to your profile. You just have to make sure you're telling that story correctly on your front-facing profiles. Okay, does anyone have any other questions before I move on?
Christina, this is Tony in Salt Lake. Could
Tony.
you show us again how we request your name? I didn't catch that, and
Absolutely.
I'm sure that wouldn't be a bad thing to go over as 101.
Well, so it's how you grow your referral network. So what you would do is when you log into, you go here, say you go to My KW, or maybe you just log into Command. So this is my command.
Question, yours comes up with front door right at the front. Mine always just goes to connect.
Okay, so when you click on Command, it goes to connect.
Yeah, I got KW Command and Connect, but I don't have front door on the front.
That may be because since I have gotten into leadership, you'll see here I have Keller Williams International MC0. So that may be with leadership, but let me switch it to my agent profile and see if it changes things. Hold on. All right, so here's my agent profile. And yeah, so it does show us front door. So technology trainer, that may be something for you guys, you to look in for the agents. I'm not sure. It automatically.
Front door is an international only thing right
Yeah.
now. So only worldwide community has the front door. It has not launched in the United States.
Okay, so
you're seeing that as a leadership member. That's not currently available generally.
okay.
It's not even popping up on mine.
Is it popping up on yours?
No, it's not even
Okay.
there.
Okay,
No.
sorry about that, guys.
The workaround is that you click on like contacts or something, and then it will show the
Yep. So you're going to be here. So let's pretend we don't see front door. And thank you for letting me know. I wasn't aware that that didn't show on everything. You're the first person that mentioned front door. But so you're going to see here command. So here we have home, we have contacts, we have task, we have smart plans, and then right here is referrals. You click on referrals. And then you're going to go here to grow my network. That's the easiest way to add. And then you would hit grow my network. Okay. And then normally you're not just looking up one particular person, you're looking up, like say you have somebody that needs a property in Tampa. That's why I showed you how to do Tampa, because that's where I'm at. And then you would, you can just look up my name, excuse me, for Tampa. And that there I would show up. So because a lot of times what you're going to do is you're going to look up wanting an agent in a certain area, but you would just go and you would find the agent and put the information, and you'll see here's me. And then you're going to see the little tab. It doesn't show up because it's my network, but you'll be able to send a message. So it's the same concept here. You can even look via market centers. You can look referral patterns. I don't have time to go through this today, but you can go through referral patterns and you can look up Salt Lake City. And you'll see here referral patterns on the percentage. So you'll see the different from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas. You're going to see the different patterns for your particular area. We will be doing additional trainings for that, but if you guys would like to explore that, it's a really amazing functionality that you'll be able to see what referrals are coming in. And this is a great strategy around growing your referral network in those particular areas.
Christina, I do have a quick question in that what you just showed us, you have 826 pending invites.
Yep, that's because I have one particular person on my team, a staff member that does nothing but focus on growing our referral network. Those are agents that have not accepted our referral invite yet.
Right, but I guess my question is, if you receive an invite, do you universally accept it, or do you look into that agent more before you do?
Yep, so we actually have, it's a little different. We have, they're accepted onto my KW referral. And then I actually have, we will tag them on the ones we work with, and we're going to send referrals, because we do have a process on our team, in a department fully focused on growing referrals. So we do accept them into our KW referral network. We're going to send them touches around the holidays. We're going to stay in touch with them. And then if we have sent them a referral, or we are going to grow that relationship, they get labeled differently in our command. And I could dive into that in another class with you guys in the future, how we grow that strategically.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On that, Christina, on the front-facing bio on all those sites, do you focus who your audience is as other agents or as potential clients?
No, potential clients. So the agents are going to want to, when they're referring you business. So and it is here on how to grow more, how do you get more referrals? Just go through the step-by-step that I have here. Everyone's going to want to see how you represent your clients. So, what your profile looks like, that your phone numbers are up to date, that it shows that you've sold properties. The ones that is represented to the agent network is really just your My KW, but it feeds into white pages. So I always make them front facing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, any other questions before I move on, guys? I know this is kind of rudimentary, but it's so important for you to get this done so you can continue to grow these relationships and be strategic around it.
I guess one question, to change that cover photo, is that an easy thing?
Yeah.
My Austin picture is no longer representative of Salt Lake City.
Absolutely. So, so make sure your white pages, when you look at white pages in your profile, and I'm going to show you where to do that. You're going to see here a profile. Make sure that your profile is correct, is important. Now, when you change your profile here, you're going to have your white pages profile. So that's important that you go through the steps here to make sure that all of the cities and service areas are correct, that your specialties are where they need to be, that all of your phone numbers are correct here. But I'll give you an example on this, my profile. So like you'll see here, here's my name on the top right. You're going to have profile. You click on that. Okay. And then you'll see here, it's just under edit profile that you change out your photo. It's super simple to change and modify your photo.
Right.
All right. All right, guys, any other questions about referrals? Again, I know this is basic, but it's so important that you master this so you can continue to grow strategically your referrals.
I've got one question.
Yes, sir.
Here in Salt Lake, if I get a buyer, I might spend 3 to 5 months trying to help them because multiple offers. Would I be better just to go out and get another listing and not focus on buyers coming in where I give 25% away?
Well, so I would say to talk to your coach around that. To me, it is a balance on working with buyers and sellers. My particular team is about 50-50. I am fully in rainmaker capacity where I create referrals and opportunity for my agents. And I work my institutional clients, which I'm getting ready to share with you. So I would look at your business and see if your business could support that. Keep in mind that listings will create buyers and create more listings. And if you're only making 25%, in essence, you'd have to have 4 buyer sales to equal it if you did it yourself. So it would just be a balance on what your business looks like.
Thank you.
And if you guys need information about coaching, if you don't have someone directly on my particular blog, I have a MAPS coaching tab, and one of our business growth advisors information is there, but you guys probably have one in your direct office that you can also connect with. But MAPS has really great programs available as well. I'm going to go ahead and circle back to the folder you guys have that you're going to have available to you, just so you can see some of the additional things that I'm providing. So we went through in that folder that you download on my blog, the how to get more referrals. There's some scripts from Connect on calling referrals. There's also some additional scripts on creating referral partnerships, and you're in the referral sites. Now under here, KWU referrals, there's also some training. Again, I'm not fully diving into this today, but there may be certain things that resonate with you. Some of these are some simple strategies that you can dive in to be able to help grow your referral network. There's also a walkthrough that my staff put together on the command referral process and how to utilize that. So if you guys would like to study those and take a look at it, there are some really great ones like this exercise on discovering the gold mine of referrals in your current database. Now, I do want to go through as well, and we're going to talk on the institutional piece, but it's more opening your eyes open to the possibilities. There are letters here. Some of you may have heard about golden letters. I do have some example copies of golden letters that we utilize that you can also utilize. And that is just a simple letter that you can send out to potentially get more listings. And the script is just, would you be interested in selling your home to a client of mine? Again, it's super simple and it works. And I'll share with you just some stats and just some next steps training if you would like to dive into that more. There's also some flyers in here on what we have done in my own business that works on the golden letter flyers on door to door. Now there is an entire list of links, and the links are just some things that you can go through and some sites that I'm going to share with you in just a few minutes in case you would like to reference. I'll give you an example. There is a site on handwritten letters, yellow letters, send out cards. I personally use that. A site I use for door hangers. And then the one that I'm going to go through today with you to just show you what potential is available in your particular market is a site called PropStream. So there is a link in that particular folder, because many of you are going to ask, Christina, what are you looking at? And that's going to give you that link. Now, why in the world am I sharing with you those things? Because every time I teach, someone asks me, what's that site? Where's that link? So I just wanted to share with you that that's where they are. So the main purpose of this class today is to be able to share with you referrals, basics for you to get started, and how powerful our referral network is with Keller Williams. Now, my particular segment covers referrals, it covers relocation, and it covers institutional organizations. What I want you to know at KWRI, we will be working to identify national relationships that we can create and partner with, training and referral opportunities. There are going to be details and more to come on that. I say probably second quarter, you're going to hear more on the relocation side of things. What I want you to know is if you have an opportunity with a referral company and you would like to have some coaching around how to have that conversation, you can feel free to reach out to me at christinagriffin@kw.com and I can help coach you through that situation. I'm getting involved when agents are going into an interview and they need some help around the process. We are creating that with KW and it's going to be in the future, but I just want you to know that we have a really big vision for the relocation department and more is to come. Now, an institutional organization, what that encompasses is we're going to aid local market centers in executing their own representation agreement with institutional buyers and sellers. There are proven strategies to work with investors, advise on it. There's going to be more trainings and things to that nature. But what I'd like to share with you today, and let me resume my share, is I just want to show you how easy it is to locate opportunity. And if you have the right script, and I'd recommend the golden letter, that when you just have a conversation with somebody, how you can grow a relationship that can amount to so many incredible opportunities in your world. So a lot of agents, they don't work with investors and they have no desire working with investors. But I would just want to expand your thinking a little bit. Now, Salt Lake County in Utah, I'm just going to show you how when you have the data, how easy it is to look at what's available in your area. Now, I'm going to go a little fast, but what I'm doing is I'm hitting single family properties. I'm removing properties that are on the MLS, and then I'm just going to ownership info. And the reason why I'm going to ownership info is I want to see if you actually have institutional clients in your area, and you do. There are 517 homes that are owned by institutional investors that own more than 10,000 homes nationwide. And all I did was go to filter, ownership info, and right here, number of properties owned, I put more than 10,000. Now, the reason why I'm sharing you this information is I want you to expand your thinking. I want you to realize that if you create opportunities with investors, you add value. And a lot of times it has to be with getting your foot in the door to help them find properties for their particular portfolio or helping them rent their homes, how those relationships could potentially result in hundreds of transactions in the future. Here's an example. Here's one, SFR Acquisitions. They own 13,763 homes nationwide, but they own homes in your area. So what would it look like if you had a conversation with this particular client? You called them and you said, I am an agent that works on finding off-market properties in my area. Are you interested in buying anything additional? Or is there anything else I can help you with? Most of them at property portfolios this size, they're going to still be buying. But it's a great way to get your foot in the door and really expand your thinking. But I'm going to just look at properties that are owned by investors that own 100 to 500 homes nationwide.
Christina,
Yes.
so you're talking to the acquisition specialist at that company, or how'd you get from the tenant to the person we're talking to?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to give you the script around that. I actually have a script that I'm going to drop in the chat for you guys. But let me show you how easy the 100 to 500 is. And most of you are going to focus on the smaller investors. Here's one, Happy Holdings in Sandy, Utah. And here we go. They own 142 homes. So when you're finding a smaller company like this, they're a little bit harder to find. What I do is I take the primary address, I put it into Google, and you'll see here, normally when they have over 100 homes, they have some type of office because they're renting properties. So it looks like Miller Rental Properties. So what you would do is you would pick up the phone, you would call, and you would say, I am looking for somebody that deals with acquisitions for Happy Holdings LLC. They would probably put you on hold, or they'd say, you know, you need to call this particular person or that they can help you. And the conversation is super simple. It is, I see that you own homes in an area that I work. I would like to know if you are still buying properties off market. What do those properties, and let me pull up the script because I am going to drop it in for you guys, the particular script that you can go through and modify for yourself. Hold on one second for me before we run out of time. And again, we didn't spend a lot of time on this segment. It's because it's really just to expand your thinking. And some of you as agents are not going to have an interest on this particular aspect. But hold on one second. I am going to drop the script for you guys. Case, and then I can email it to your office as well. All right.
When you say you're dropping the script, we grab it from chat.
Yes. Yeah. It's in the chat, and your office can also send it to you as well. There's a script in here, and I'll actually just drop the whole folder to your crew. Hold on.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So here's the script. It's going to walk you through, make sure you follow and comply around the do not call. And then this is a script that I personally use and my team uses, and I've been using it for over 10 years. And the script is, would you like us to send you properties directly, or do you have any off-market acquisitions department? Can you advise who to connect with? We are looking for solid, reputable investors that we can grow and send properties to that need cash offers, and we want to grow our relationships with. If they advise they're interested in buying homes, you continue on in the script. If they advise they're not, you ask if there's anything else that they need help with. They may need help with buying a home in another part of the US. That's where you utilize your Keller Williams referral app, and you help and you transfer them in, to an agent that specializes in working with investors. They also may need help renting properties. So being able to grow, get your foot in the door, ask first if they're interested in buying more homes, that gets your foot in the door. And then you continue to build that relationship. Because my question for you is, what would it look like in your world if you had that conversation? They said, you know what, I have 100 properties that we really just want to sell because our equity in our portfolio is low, or I'm in foreclosure, or whatever it would look like. And that does happen. I personally have been doing this for 20 years, and those relationships happen. You can sell this particular client properties for 10 years, one a month. You have to build that rapport, and that gets your foot in the door. Now, I do have an example letter. It's kind of, I call it a reverse golden letter. And that's in the folder that I dropped for you guys. And that letter is just a, hold on one second for me. Gotta love all these links that we open. And the letter is Happy New Year. I'm sending you this letter to see if you're interested in buying additional homes for investment. We extensively prospect for off-market homes and sell the own homes in an area we're targeting. So keep it simple, have it whatever pertains to you, put whatever disclaimers required within your area, but with utilizing the technology, you see how easy it is to find properties that are in certain areas. So you find that property, And when you find that property, you try and locate that investor. Depending on your state, you may have the ability to go to corporate docs, look up the owner of the LLC and locate that owner. Google is my friend. It totally works when an investor owns more than 100 homes. You send them a letter as well, and then you continue to grow those relationships. And as you grow those relationships, those particular relationships could result in hundreds of transactions. So my goal here today was just to expand your thinking and show you how easy it is to locate these investors when you have the right technology. And you truly can start doing the golden letter approach when you have the investors to work with. I'm sure you guys have questions, but I hope you guys got value today, and I have about 5 minutes to answer some questions. Ready, aim, fire.
Okay, I got a question.
All right, good.
And it's been repeated a few times in the comments. This is being recorded. How are we able to watch this again?
This is your office.
I'll be posting it on our Facebook pages and also kwutah.tv.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Gordon.
And I do have a MAPS course I teach. It's 12 weeks. It's going to launch in March. Again, you're more than, we do go into a lot of this stuff on a high level, but on the institutional side, not the referrals. I'm not here in a MAPS capacity, but a lot of people do ask for additional trainings. After family reunion, we will be rolling out additional trainings, but more than likely they're going to be in hour segments. So some people want to kind of drink from a fire hose and get it quickly. That's an option, as well as on the MAPS coaching Facebook page. There are a ton of videos I've done as well. Misty, do you still have a question?
No, it was mostly about how to kind of start building your profile if you don't have a lot of experience.
Tell the story. That is the most important. And what I would share with you, if you're not familiar with Fiverr, Fiverr, all you do is you look up a real estate bio, and for $15 to $20, you can have a writer write a professional bio for you. And I would just tell a story on who you are, and probably work with your coaches in your office on when you are out there having that conversation on what your office is doing. What I love around the cash offer concept is when you have that golden letter and you truly have an investor, nobody's going to ask how many homes you sold. It's, I have a buyer, this is what they can pay, and this is what I can list your home for on the open market. What works best for you? So I've seen agents that have no experience work on that front, and sky's the limit. So it's all about mindset. And that's why I love that golden letter concept. It's things I've been doing for 20 years, and some of the top wholesalers in the country have been doing for a very long time. Anthony, what can I help you with?
Let's say, well, I've got 3 of my own personal properties that I'm thinking of liquidating. How would you use properties that you own to these investors as a potential door opener?
Great question. Can you give me a zip code, and I'll show you firsthand which I can do it quickly if you like.
Sure. Let's do an Ogden property. Can I just give you the ad? No, I can't give you the address.
I can. You can give me the address.
Let's do this one. 1027 South, 1025 West, Woods Cross.
Okay, 1027 South. Is it spelled out?
No, just S.
Okay.
And I actually just put this under contract with a regular buyer, but.
It's okay. So South.
And then
then
1025 West. Woods Cross, Utah.
All right, so let me do 1025.
1027.
Okay. And am I hearing it's 1027 South, and then give me the street again?
1025 W for west. And you probably need a space between the W and the,
Okay. Is it Richfield?
nope, it's the next one down, Woods Cross.
Okay. Sometimes when the way these cities come, so you would go here and you would go to the site and you would find the address. Okay, you're gonna pull up the property here, and this is an exercise I love here, is under comparables. It's gonna show you how many off-market properties are actually selling, which is a really powerful exercise, because most of us as agents, we don't realize how many actually off-market transactions are occurring. So I'm gonna go to 84087 Utah. I'm gonna go to just alone, it shows 100 owners that own 100 to 500 homes in that direct area. There's 42. And maybe I want to expand that, and I want to go to remove. There's 81 that are in that direct zip code that own more, that are single family owners that own more than 100 homes nationwide. And I'm just going to go to Utah. I'm going to hit save. And guys, I know this is fast. The purpose on this particular segment is kind of to just expand your thinking, but I've learned that real live examples help it even more. So we're going to go to Utah. I'm going to filter here on last name, and here are all the property owners that are in your particular area that own more than 100 homes nationwide. So you have American Homes for Rent. This one, I think that's Invitation Homes, but you can Google their information. But you're going to go here and you have South Davis Sewer District, but you've got a handful of bigger investors, and the two would be American Homes for Rent and this particular one here. And what you would do is you'd reach out to them with a real life scenario, and you would say, I have a property. It looks like you own one in the direct area. Would you be interested in looking at this particular property? And then they'll give you an offer. So you have here AMH. I have a client I coach who did this in Georgia, a small area in Georgia, and she was able to locate a small investor that owned about 50 homes, double in the property and get her seller 10,000 more than what they wanted. So it looks like American Homes for Rent is a very strong presence in your direct area. So that's one I would definitely call. And American Homes for Rent, they own 32,685 homes nationwide. So that's how you would utilize the investor. You can look at smaller, you can go from like 25 or more than 5 own, and then you would just reach out to them that, hey, it looks like you own here directly in this particular area. I have a property. Let me know if you would be interested, and that will get your foot in the door to start that relationship. Does that make sense? Make sure I'll be in touch with your office after family reunion, but if you guys have a lot of interest, because you do have an area that focuses on this in a high level, your office can reach out to me just to teach on this particular subject if you guys like, because some agents that do referrals, they have no interest on this subject. That's why I normally save it for last.
I'd be very interested. I work with investors already, and this would be great.
Awesome. Gordon, you heard him. All right, guys, I have time for probably one more question. Let me see if I have anything in the chat. I have to go refuel on some tea before my next class. I think I'm kicking COVID's butt, guys. Thank goodness. All right. Guys, I hope you got value today. The goal is front-facing profiles, get everything in line, and just know that you can have conversations that can result in massive opportunities. We just got to go get it and go after it. I'm definitely an example of those things happen. So you could put those in your prospecting. It could be one investor a day you reach out to. Go through the script. It's a simple script that I use, and just start to grow those relationships with investors, and sky's the limit. Okay. All right, guys, I got to go. Please reach out to your office if you would like me to come back on any certain other topic, but I will definitely schedule with you guys to dive into this topic more if you would like. And look for at Family Reunion, we have a booth and more trainings to come. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
guys
you.
later.
Thank you. Great class.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.